wondered why your food doesn't taste like that of your favorite restaurant? The secret is in understanding the difference between spices, herbs, and seasoning. Trust me, as easy as this sounds, it makes a lot of difference when you know how to use spices, herbs, and seasoning to flavor your food. A lot of people are getting this all wrong, and in this video I'm going to be telling us the correct way to use spices, herbs, and seasoning in order to build flavor in our meals and to have delicious tasting meals that is going to leave you wanting more every single time. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Eddie the Chef, and I share mouth-watering recipes and different types of amazing kitchen hacks that is going to help better your home cooking. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you are very welcome. Kindly click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell-like notification button so that you get notified every time I post a new video. In this video, I'm going to be telling us the differences between spices, herbs, and seasoning. And at the end of this video, I will share a pairing guide that is going to help us use spices, herbs, and seasoning the perfect way to get the best results every time. Let's get right into this video. Herbs comes from the leafy green parts of plants. They add freshness to your meals. They are preferably used as garnish, but you can also use them for your marinades and as finishing for your meals basically. Now when you think herbs, you are thinking cilantro, you are thinking basil, you are thinking your curry leaf, your thyme, your fresh rosemaries. All these are examples of herb. Now they are perfect for finishing or for marinades because they add a very subtle effect to your meal. The aroma they give off is not strong, it's very subtle, and so if you add them at the beginning of the meal, if you add them to the base of your meal, it is easy for the aroma to just get lost before you are done with the entire cooking process. That is why it is important to use herbs as finishing. Like I mentioned earlier, they are great for salad, as a marinade, or just for finishing touches to add that beauty to your meals. Now for spices on the other hand, they are gotten from other parts of plants that are not the green leafy parts. Remember I said herbs are gotten from the green leafy parts, but spices are gotten from the roots, the stems, the fruits, and the seeds of plants. Now spices add a sort of depth and complexity to your meals. They have a very strong and overpowering flavors. When you think spices, you're thinking your cumin, your cinnamon, your nutmeg, your turmeric, your ginger, and the likes. What they do basically is to add an intense sort of flavor to your meals. Now spices are to be used in moderation. Like I mentioned, they have a very overpowering flavor. So if you add a lot of spices in your meal, they can go ahead to just overpower the whole meal, and you cannot taste any other herbs or seasoning. It will just be the spice. Yes, use unlike herbs that are used as finishings or for just garnish in your meals. Spices are best used in the base of your meal because they require longer time to release their aroma into the food. So it is best to use them from the base of your food. For you to get the best out of your spices, it is better you pan toast them before you go ahead to blend them, before you go ahead to use them in your cooking. Spices generally have a very intense flavor. They add some sort of depth and complexity to your meals, giving them that deep, almost irresistible, unique aroma depending on the spice that you are using. Seasoning, on the other hand, is anything that enhances the overall taste of your food. While spice and herbs focuses more on flavor building and aroma, seasoning focuses more on taste. Examples of seasoning have acidic seasonings like your lemon juice, your lime juices, your vinegar, that helps to balance the flavors of your meals. Salt. You also have umami boosters like your bouillon cubes, your soy sauce, dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, chili sauce, your fish sauces. All of that falls under seasoning. And then we have pepper. Pepper is also a type of seasoning that adds heat and some sort of complexity to your meals. Number one, using dried herbs as fresh herbs. I know they are both herbs, but the fact that one is dried and one is fresh requires different cooking time and different cooking procedure. Now, fresh herbs are best used as garnish, as finishing touches. For you to get the best out of your fresh herbs, for you to be able to retain its entire flavor and aroma in your meal, you're supposed to use it as a garnish or as a finishing touch to your meal. If you start building flavor with your fresh herbs, before you are done with the entire cooking process, you're not going to get the entire flavor that you're supposed to get from the portion of fresh herbs that you are using. That is why it is best to use them as garnish or as finishing touches. For dried herbs, on the other hand, if you want to get the maximum flavor from your dried herb, it requires longer cooking time. Same goes for spices. If you want to get the best out of your spice and your dried herbs, it requires longer cooking time. That is why they are best used as a base for the base of your meal. Number two, not toasting your natural spices before using them. Now, it is important to pan toast your natural spices, or you can roast them in your oven before you go ahead to blend them and store them in an airtight container for whenever you want to use them. Heat helps to unlock the full aroma of your natural spice so that you can get everything that you are supposed to get from the natural spice that you are using. Example, your coriander, your cumin, your cardamom, and your cinnamon. Number three, over seasoning your meals. I know all of these things I've said about spices, herbs, and seasoning can be very exciting, that you want to go overboard with your seasoning, your spice, and your herbs, but don't. Over seasoning your meals is going to make your meals taste artificial. Your meals are going to lack that authentic umami flavors that your meal should have. Always note when using natural spices that they have a very deep and complex flavor, and their flavor can be very overpowering. Hence, you should use them in small quantities. Like I said before, a little goes a long way to add so much flavor and aroma to your meal. Also, when you're cooking with seasonings like soy sauce, fish sauces, dark soy sauce, and the rest, you might want to watch the quantity of salt that you are adding to your meals, because most of these other seasoning already have salt in them. Like most bouillon cubes that are out there have salt in them. Light soy sauce, dark sauces, they all already have salt in them. They're all already salty. So if you're going to be using those to season your meal, then you might want to watch the actual amount of salt that you are adding to your meal also. And lastly, number four, relying only on salt for flavor and aroma. Hello. Just what are you thinking? As good as salt is in your cooking, salt alone cannot give you all the flavor and the aroma that you are looking to get from your food. Using natural spice and seasoning along with your salt can go a long way to give your food a very unique and authentic taste that you are definitely going to love. Salt alone cannot get the job done. You can learn to use natural spices, seasoning, your garlic, your ginger, your parsley, your basil, your scent leaf, your curry leaf. The list goes on and on. Salt alone cannot get the job done. Trust me. Now to the final and the most interesting part. Quick flavor guide. If you want your food to taste Italian, to have that unique Italian flavor, use oregano, thyme, garlic, and basil, especially for your pasta meals. If you use these four bad guys for your pasta, it is going to take your pasta meals from a 0 to 100. If you want your meals to have that Indian taste to it, use cumin, coriander, turmeric, and cardamom. You can just toast all of these spices, blend them, and keep them in an airtight container. Use them for your curry sauces, your tomato-based sauce, any sauce basically, any sauce you want to use. You can just blend the spices and add them to your sauces. It's going to go a long way to elevate the aroma and the flavor of your sauce. If you want your meal to taste very Mexican, cumin, chili powder, oregano, and cilantro. It's going to give your meals that very Mexican and delicious flavor and aroma. Lastly, if you want your meals to have that authentic West African flavor, taste, and aroma, use ginger, garlic, nutmeg, cloves, and pepper. That is what is going to give your meals that very authentic West African flavor. I'm talking your jollof rice, your spaghetti, your sauces, everything. As long as you want your meals to taste very West African, just use this combo and you're definitely going to love it. Now that you know the differences between seasoning, spices, and herbs, let me know the one you use the most in the comment section, and let me also know the ones that you intend to use the most in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've reached this point and you are not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is totally free. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, click the bell like notification button so that you get notified each time I post a new video, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.